Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP, and once again, this is the one-day chart, sitting here just under 55 cents. It was a green day for XRP. It was also a green day for Bitcoin. Hopefully this market is finally starting to turn around. Now, one thing I'm worried about that can impact the price of XRP is this. All day long today, people waited for the SEC to close without them filing that appeal. But, you know, they could still file this appeal. The appeal would go into default and a dismissal date would be created. The SEC, could still get the appeal reinstated within 14 days if they had reason to miss the filing. So even if they did miss the filing today, as long as they show a reason why they missed today, they could still file an appeal. Now, when that appeal comes out and that news drops that the SEC filed the appeal, I expect XRP would most likely drop by like a penny or two. But then instantly, it would start to go back up. It would be like a sell the news event. Because right away, people see bad news. Oh, that's it. The price is going to plummet. I'm going to sell and buy back in cheaper. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But that's what I'm expecting to happen next. Hopefully the SEC just lets it go. But, you know, we know Gary Gensler. He's going to tie up Ripple as long as he can. And a lot of people were talking about this. You know, I said it. You would be eventually selling out of maybe XRP into RLUSD, XDC into RLUSD, because that's going to be an option now. And a lot of people are still concerned that RLUSD is pegged to the US dollar with what's going on with the BRICS. We'll cross those bridges once we get there, once the dollar starts to really plummet in price. But I like the idea of this. Take a listen to Jack McDonald, what he has to say about RLUSD.
Well, it's having that option. Thinking about stables, you know, they operate 24/7. So if you decide to do it, you get wowed at a dinner on a Friday night and you want to buy a tokenized interest in the Faina Hotel, that's tough to do when the banks are closed.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have access to a stable coin, you know, you can do that immediately and transfer that stable coin. So, I mean, there's that level of support. There's also just the reality of once you are actively investing in the space and in tokenized or digital assets, keeping your fiat type reserves or assets in a stable coin allows you to save the on and off of going from stable to fiat and fiat back to stable. Just keep it stable.
Right.
And then you are much more poised and ready to move that around, to transfer it in its core to Ripple's belief around, you know, the exchange of value, exchange of wealth, right? And so being able to do that through a digital asset, whether it's XRP or to the stablecoin use case, RLUSD, I think both work very well.
Take notice, he said both work very well, whether it be RLUSD or XRP. I still think XRP is going to be moving RLUSD. But that's the reason you don't want to go back to the bank. You could easily sell some crypto into RLUSD, maybe get the exchange debit card, the Uphold card, Coinbase card, whatever, and then you could just shop with the card. And this way, if you want to go back to crypto because maybe the price is dipping, you could easily go from RLUSD back into XRP. It opens up more options. That's what I like about it. Exciting news. Uphold is proud to partner with Ripple for the launch of RLUSD, a compliance-focused stablecoin built for financial institutions and enterprises. Real-time payments, liquidity management, tokenization of real-world assets, and more, all with the stability of the US dollar. Now, we know that RLUSD isn't live yet. But a lot of people are still scamming around this. They're saying if you want early access to RLUSD, you could find it here. Do not click on those websites. RLUSD is not live yet. And you will be able to get access to it directly on Uphold. You could go from your bank to RLUSD and then from RLUSD into XRP, XLM, whatever you want to buy with it, whatever crypto you want to take that RLUSD to. But we're not there yet. Grayscale files to convert multi-coin fund containing XRP to ETF. So if you're waiting for that XRP ETF, it looks like we are close to getting that. I'm not a fan of ETFs. I think it's like creating paper XRP, but it looks like it might happen sooner than we think. And if it pushes up the price of XRP, then I'm a fan of it. That's the way I look at it. I'm not going to get into ETFs. Archax, Cetera, partner to offer 91 tokenized funds in the UK market. Like I said, Archax is going to hit the ground running in the EU long before they ever get going here in the United States. We just don't have a clear path forward here. You know, over there, everything has regulations already. MiCA paved the way for everything. And that's why things are going to expand and grow out there a lot quicker than it happens here in the US. And here is Archax explaining that right now. So in his panel with James Wallace at Ripple Swell, CEO of Archax highlighted how digital ETFs have propelled the market forward. While tokenization took time to gain traction, it's now clear that real-world use cases are emerging, and users globally are beginning to see the benefits. It's going to happen worldwide, and it's eventually going to skyrocket here in the US as well. But, you know, as long as the US keeps dragging their feet, we are going to end up being left behind around tokenization also. You know, everybody wants this. They also want real-time payments. They want fast, cheap, and secure. But, you know, as long as you have Congress, which took the whole month of October off, by the way, not wanting to get anything done, we are going to become like the past, while all these other countries are going to emerge into the future. And at the same time, the US dollar is also going to lose value because of it. This was the mic drop moment of the debate. Here's Johnny Deaton debating Elizabeth Warren. You got to hear this. And he also mentions XRP on the mainstream media news.
I can't help it. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. I can't help it when she goes to ban an entire industry that they're motivated against her because they see a viable candidate. But listen, the rules are already there. Senator Warren, you notice she didn't answer the question about those rape victims. You know, you can't call yourself a absolute warrior for women if you only select the women you're willing to protect.
You know, I really don't understand this charge, and I don't know what you're talking about here. I have pushed on the banks and tried to get more regulation over the banks and tried to hold the banks accountable every single time they step out of line. Now, I get it. They're big and they're powerful. Of course, I don't take my money from the banking industry. I take my money from the people who want to support this campaign. What I don't hear you talking about is what exactly do the crypto folks expect to get by funding 90%
You want to know
of your
something?
campaign?
Everyone out there, I sued the government because the SEC had done something really bad to small retail investors, and a lifelong Democratic judge agreed with me. I did it all pro bono, and this token XRP was called legal because of my work. I won Lawyer of the Year, Consumer Advocate of the Year, Defender of Freedom Award because I did it for free. And guess what? Last week, that that crypto billionaire that she's talking about that has supported me just donated millions of this XRP token to Vice President Harris' campaign. If I didn't do what I did, sue the SEC on behalf of small retail investors, that donation to your candidate of choice, Senator, would not have happened. So
think about that. If Johnny Deaton didn't fight on behalf of all the retail investors, there's no way that Chris Larson could have donated all that XRP to Harris's campaign. Johnny Deaton really got her with that one. But you know, when Warren says she's not getting her money from the big banks, how is she getting so rich then? And we know that she's fighting for Jamie Dimon. Her and Jamie Dimon are buddies. And that's why she's always talking to Gensler, making sure that Gensler is cracking down on crypto, holding crypto behind, holding innovation behind. So Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan can continue to get ahead of the competition. She absolutely is working for the big banks. It's going to be nice to watch Johnny Deaton steal her seat. Ripple and the International Rescue Committee will explore how Ripple's cross-border payment solution and pending RLUSD stablecoin can be used in the delivery of humanitarian aid. So remember, Stellar was very big around humanitarian aid. It looks like Ripple is now going in that direction as well. Through its Ripple Impact program, Ripple has supported numerous humanitarian organizations in expanding financial inclusion, with the UN reporting 360 million people in need of aid amid growing global crises. This collaboration with the IRC expands that commitment by aiming to explore Ripple's blockchain-based solutions to enhance the speed, security, and accessibility of aid delivery. Imagine a crisis breaks out and you could all of a sudden get money to these people in a matter of seconds. And RLUSD is going to be perfect for that. But again, I see it moving through XRP. RLUSD to XRP to whatever other country's currency. That's the path I see for this. Because you're going to see this RLUSD stablecoin moving all around the world very soon. Ripple ISO 222 compliance could drive XRP integration into traditional payment system. Now, what I want to point out is this, okay? Everybody talks about how XRP is not ISO compliant, or it's not going to be utilized inside of ISO. And I think they're totally wrong. Here's what David Schwartz said. He clarified that the token has nothing to do with ISO 222. He emphasized that it is a messaging standard, while XRP functions purely as a cryptocurrency. This distinction is important in understanding the relationship between Ripple's blockchain network and the ISO 222 messaging standard. XRP, although not directly compliant, may still benefit from Ripple's alignment with the financial messaging framework. Now, you could say the same thing about Stellar and XLM, XDC, HBAR, and Hedera. As long as the network is compliant, this cryptocurrency is still going to flow on the network. So think about it like this. If a payment is happening within ISO 222, it's going to run on the Ripple blockchain, which is compliant, utilizing XRP, because XRP already moves over that network. And same thing with Hedera. So Hedera's network is compliant. HBAR runs on that network. So it's still going to be moving that value. So you could still look at them as ISO cryptocurrencies. This is why ISO 222 is going to take off this time. This time is different. Major currencies and market infrastructures adopting ISO will lead to takeoff of this standard. So once ISO starts getting rolling, I think we're going to notice value coming from it over a short period of time. Over a longer period of time, it's going to push these cryptocurrencies to prices we could only dream about. There's a reason that these networks were chosen. You know, when the World Bank was talking about, you know, DLT technology and mentioning XRP and XLM, they weren't talking about Ripple's network. They weren't talking about the Stellar network. They were talking about how game-changing these cryptocurrencies are. Same thing with the BIS. Mentioned Ripple's XRP and Stellar's XLM multiple times in multiple white papers. Same thing with the ECB and so on. So these cryptocurrencies are part of moving that value. XRP makes everything better. RLUSD is not the path forward. It's just a stablecoin paid to the US dollar. It doesn't provide on-demand liquidity. XRP does. So when you're looking at XRP sitting here at 55 cents, just wait until alt season begins and XRP finally gets going. That's what we're waiting for next. But like I said, if that SEC appeal news comes out, you could most likely expect XRP to drop a penny or two and then bounce right back. Because every time you see any type of news, right away people have to run and sell their XRP. Same thing happens with other cryptocurrencies as well. You know, even Bitcoin right now, if Tether was to go down, you would see so much value come out of Bitcoin. It would happen so quick. People would be shocked at how fast the price would drop. You know why? You know what the difference is? Because Tether is fake value. XRP runs on actual value. And eventually, we're going to see a massive amount of value end up on this network, end up in this cryptocurrency. But until it happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.